you've gotten your message across, which is really the easiest part. All you just have to but think it. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dina Haynes, author of the original reality book series, here to teach you how to deliberately create the life of your dreams through manifestation and scripting. Today's video is, of course, one of my tarot videos since it's coming on a Wednesday, and that's what I do on Wednesdays. I do tarot readings, and I did an oracle reading with a Doreen Virtue deck, and the message was really kind of an uplifting one. I mean, it always is, honestly. That's just what I do. I do uplifting. And it had a very strong manifestation message this week. So, but before we get into it, I just want to remind you to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you'll be notified when the next video goes up. I do manifestation videos, and you definitely want to stay tuned for those. And don't forget to comment down below and tell me what you think of the message for this week, and maybe talk about some manifestations that you're working on, especially for the holidays. We're coming up on New Year's, so I know a lot of you are really thinking about 2021 and what you plan for the year. And honestly, it is what you make of it. And when you finish the video, you'll see that the reading explains just that. So let's get into it. Uh-oh, something just flew out. Let's just take this because it really flew out. Clairaudience. Ooh. Okay, let's pick the next two cards because that one just flew out. We have Clairaudience and we have Take Back Your Power and Spread Your Wings. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I once again randomly picked this deck. This is the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Hopefully you're getting a clear shot of this. Gorgeous cards. And let's do a close-up on the first card, Clairaudience. It says, Archangel Zadkiel, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. I mean, honestly, in terms of manifestation and getting in tune with your higher self, this is the voice that speaks to you. When you hear that voice in your head, that it probably sounds like your own thoughts, but it's coming from a different source. It's not, and how you can differentiate that is thoughts from your higher self are thoughts not bred in fear. Because a lot of us, I think, when we're thinking stuff to ourselves, at least I notice, I hear a lot of fearful thoughts. And those are really the thoughts that you think, well, how do I distinguish from my spirit guides, my higher self, or God? Anything that's not fearful, anything that's like, it's just almost informative. Those are the kind of thoughts that come from your spirit guides. And that's what this card is about, opening yourself up to it. Let's see what the card says. Clairaudience. This is actually how I hear, how I get messages, intuitive messages. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. You're hearing true divine guidance very clearly. It comes in the form of repetitious messages urging you to improve a situation for yourself or others. Pay close attention to everything you hear in your mind and with your physical ears. Divine directives are repetitious, loving, and to the point. Yes, repetitious, loving, and to the point. Ask me for help if you need clarification on anything you hear. So this is true. I mean, one of the goals of manifestation is to get in touch with your higher self, to get in touch with your spirit guides or God. And in order to hear God's message, you have to quiet down the noise of your own mind, quiet down the noise of your fears. You have to drop your resistance. And only when you're able to really quiet your own thoughts can you then perceive the thoughts of your higher self, God, your spirit guides. That's really the only way. And you do that through your mental diet to give yourself more confidence and to soften your judgment and soften your resistance to things out in the world. I mean, we're really meant to just kind of float along in life. The less resistance we have, the easier this life is. So this is basically a call to that. It's saying it's time to drop the resistance. The path to a wonderful life is through less resistance. Your spirit guides are showing you the way, but the only way to get their messages is to quiet yourself, quiet your judgments, and quiet your opinions, and quiet your fears. Fears are massive. Quiet those fears so that you can hear the messages from spirit, because they're always guiding us. Okay, the next card is take back your power. That, funny enough, that image is very godlike and angel-like. It says, Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power. How funny, I said it's kind of godlike. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Boom, another manifestation card. It says, you are a luminary, a sage, a wise one, a high priestess or high priest, a wizard, and a supreme manifester. Boom, manifest. Now is the time to summon up your spiritual strength and power, hello, and put your authority into action. Lovingly and firmly transform your intentions into reality. Manifest. Say prayers about your intentions and ask for guidance and signs to shape your manifestation to the highest possible level. So this is, I think, because for the past few weeks, at least in terms of these readings, but really for the past several months, we've been going through a huge transformation. And a lot of people would probably say they suffered in 2020 and cursed this year, but it's really all about how you look at it. I have been thriving this year, and I bet you a bunch of you out there have been too. If you're actively manifesting, then you're in control. There's nothing to worry about. And this is just saying, realize, harness your power. Realize your power. I think this is fantastic, because if you're watching my videos, it's because you've already gotten that message. And you're in the practice of growing your manifestation powers, becoming a deliberate creator, because that is what we've been put on this earth to do. A lot of people say there's pain in the journey. It's not about pain. It's just about, they're just learning experiences. We learn a lot through adversity. We learn through experience. So really that's what life is about. It's about experiences. That's why they say it's all about the journey. It's not about the destination. So true. The destination just gives us a direction in which to go in. The journey is where we make all the discoveries, where we have the experiences, the best time. And even when it's not maybe the best time, the experiences are so enriching. And it's all about us setting a direction, setting a goal, setting a direction, and several goals throughout our lives, but setting a goal and then striving toward it and discovering the amazing and beautiful ways that they unravel. So when you become a deliberate creator, deliberate creating is all about setting a goal. That's it. You set the goal and then you let it go, right? Let it go and watch as God and your higher self, your spirit guides unfold the journey for you. And it's only when you try to literally micromanage and manipulate the journey along the way that you get stuck or you experience trials and tribulations. The point is just to let it go and just accept what comes. Acceptance is huge. I think I'm going to do a video about that. Okay, so the last card we have is Spread Your Wings. Isn't that beautiful? It says, Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. That's fantastic. Love that. So, what this is saying to me is you're ready. It's time to reap the benefits of being a deliberate creator. It's time to let go. The sooner you let go, the sooner things come to you. And I love this because it's a spread your wings and soar, flying. That's really what life is meant to be like. This is what life is like without resistance or with very little resistance. It's impossible to have absolutely no resistance, but this is what life is like. You're meant to fly. It's meant to be an exhilarating experience because when you just set the goal and you allow God, your higher self, your spirit guides to then unfold the experiences for you, it feels like flying. It's exhilarating. Like, have you ever had a moment when you can find this in the little things. Like, my favorite thing is when I manifest a parking space. I just manifested parking outside my apartment. I just drove several long miles after visiting my family for Thanksgiving. And the first thing I want when I come home is I just want to be able to find a parking space, on my street. And I got stuff to unload. And how crazy is it that I pull up to my street, and as I'm got my turn signal on, I'm waiting to turn, a car literally is backing out of a space. And it's taking some time, and it's so funny. I had to wait for the oncoming cars before I can make my left turn. And quite literally, as soon as made my left turn, the car immediately pulls out. I mean, these are the things. These are the things where you're just like, I couldn't have planned that better. So this is what it means to soar, to spread your wings. It's like I just go, look, I want a nice parking space when I get home. And sure enough, and the way it unfolded, because it could have been that I drove up and maybe there wasn't parking outside, and then I just sit there and maybe I unload my stuff, and then I gotta wait. Maybe I gotta sit on the street and wait, or maybe I have to park on the next block, a couple blocks away. I mean, I'd still get parking, right? But it's the smoothness, it's the way, it's the effortlessness with how things happen. If you let it, if you're not manipulating and feeling like things are dire, if you just go with the flow. That's the message of this week is you are in power, right? You are in the driver's seat. You set the destination, right? And you do that through your powers of deliberate creating, of manifesting. And then you just got to let it go so you can experience what it's like to fly and have things come to you. Law of attraction, have things unfold for you when you stay in a positive state of being and of knowing that the things that you want in life will come easily and effortlessly. All right, so that was the reading, and the big message this week is manifest, but also let it go. Really, the secret to manifestation is letting it go, is feeling it real, feeling confident that you've gotten your message across, which is really the easiest part. All you just have to but think it. And God, your higher self, your spirit guides hear you. They are with you 100% of the time. Every time you have a thought, they know what it is. Every time you have a desire, they know what it is. That's all you have to do is have the thought and then just feel confident that they will bring it about in a wonderful and surprising way. And I think that was also a part of the message of this reading is that when you do let it go, we're not meant to fuss with the details. When we fuss with the details, that's when we get into trouble. When we let it go, that's when the most amazing and surprising things happen in your life. Those amazing and surprising things that you see happening in people's lives out there that you probably wonder, how do they get so lucky? They just let it go. You put the desire out there and just watch it unfold. That's it. That's our responsibility. And then we just wash our hands of it. The quicker we wash our hands of it, the quicker it comes. So that really is, I think, the goal for us. And stay tuned this week because I'll have some more manifestation videos coming to you. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell icon and comment down below. Let me know what kind of manifestation topics you would love for me to discuss on this channel. I'm totally open. And I will see you next time.